Well, as we sit in offices, we sit at home, we spend a lot of time sitting in chairs. And this morning we were fortunate enough to be joined by Patty Hood, who is going to be showing us how we can sit in chairs in a way that's actually going to be healthy for us. Patty, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Patty, you are with the Nevada Parks and Rec Department, so you understand exercise and just how to make the most of an everyday activity like this. So you're going to show us 3 different positions that we can do in our everyday lives, is that right?
Yes, so they're easy and they can be modified to fit each person's abilities. That way you're not feeling like you are hurting yourself or that you can't do the move itself at all.
All right. Okay, whenever you're ready, I'm ready for position number 1.
Okay, so we're actually going to start with a modified pigeon. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your right leg, and you can either keep your legs flat on the floor, your feet flat on the floor. You can cross at your ankles, or if you're flexible enough, you can come up to your knee, kind of making a angle with your knee. And this is all about opening up our hip flexors. So all you do is you rest your foot where it's comfortable, and then you just lean over.
Yep, I'm feeling that.
So you should feel it on the outside of your hip.
Uh-huh.
It feels great if you get sore there. And you just hold it for what's comfortable for you. And then you can switch legs. So you can put that leg down, and then you can go to the other side. That way we're not uneven. And you just go to the other side, putting a little bit of pressure on that knee, but not a lot because you do not want to hurt yourself.
Now, is there a reason that would be, I mean, that for me, that's really tight. So I'm really glad to be doing this stretch. But I mean, what kind of exercises ultimately do stretch those? I mean, is just simply walking one of those?
Yeah, walking will help. So our hip flexors, they carry a lot of our body when we're walking, or if you sleep in a strange position, you may feel in the morning that your hips are a little wonky. I'm currently pregnant, so I'm experiencing that a lot right now. And so that really helps to stretch out those hip flexors, as well as the outside of your glutes and the top of your hamstrings and your thighs.
Gotcha. All right. Well, number 2, hit me.
So the next one is more for our arms and our shoulders. So it is called the eagle. It is typically done standing, but because we are doing chair yoga, we have modified it for our chair. So again, you can either leave your feet flat on the floor, you can cross at the ankles, or you can just cross your knees totally. And then you take your arms, opposite arm as leg that you have crossed. So it's a little bit tricky. And I call it pretzeling them. So if you take your arms out in front of you and you cross, so I have my right leg crossed, so I'm going to cross my left arm over. And then I'm going to bend my elbows, and I'm going to try to touch my palms together. So that's the goal of this one. But if you are not able to do that, then you can just do like this, where you just rest closer to your shoulders. Yep, perfect. And then that way you don't feel as much strain. You just hold this for a little while, and then usually what we do to get a little bit more stretch under our arms and more so into our shoulder blades, we lift our elbows up, and you'll feel a little more of a pull.
Yeah.
So again, you just hold that for as long as you're comfortable, a few seconds or so. And then you can release that and shake that out. And then you just switch your legs and your arms. It takes a little bit of remembering at first, but you just always do the opposite arm as leg. And then you can either cross this way, or if it's more comfortable to do your shoulders, you can do your shoulders.
That's a great one. All right, and last but not least, what do you got?
So the last one we're going to do is actually a balancing one. So we are going to stand up, but our chair is our best friend.
Okay.
So don't go too far from it. And this one is our tree pose. But I'm going to turn my chair so it's easier for you guys to see. Usually I stand behind it completely. You're going to pick one leg, and you're going to either put your foot at your ankle, or you're going to try to get it all the way up to your knee. Okay. And then you can take one or both hands off the chair. I typically do the arm that is on the same leg that I'm standing on, so I have one really long side. If you're a pro at yoga, you could do both.
Wow.
And you're just flat-footed and trying to balance, but at any time if you need your chair, it is there for you, so you can always put one hand back down and just send energy out of your fingers and a nice tall spine. and that is your tree. And so then you can switch sides. So I'm gonna move my chair this way so that you guys can see this side. So again, you put your foot wherever you would like, whether it is low, medium, or high, whatever you're comfortable with, and then one or both hands off your chair.
Wow, that is fantastic. Thank you so much for showing us these. Now, I understand you have chair yoga classes every week, and they're done in 8-week sessions, is that right?
They are. So they are Tuesday and Thursday from 10:30 to 11. And we run 8-week sessions, and each session just kind of moves on into the next one. So if you join one session, you could just do 8 weeks. If you enjoy it, like a lot of our ladies and some of our gentlemen do, then you can come year round and do it every 8 weeks. We just kind of go one after the other. That way, if you have one season where you're a little bit busier, you don't have to sign up for class. But if you'd like to be here year round, we offer it year round.
Well, Ms. Hood, I really appreciate you joining us this morning and showing us these stretches. I'm not sore now. I don't think I will be later, but I'm going to keep doing them. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we're going to have that info on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Go to our morning show page, and we'll be right back on the KOAM Morning News right after this.